In this video, we're going to discuss some other functions that we haven't discussed yet. Related to other functions, you might be asked to find the value at a point, see which function models a table, or relate two functions to each other. We're going to try one of each type of problem using Regent questions from past Algebra 1 Regents. We're going to start with a question about evaluating the equation, the function at a point. This is a multiple choice question from the August 2016 Algebra 1 Regent. If f of n is equal to n minus 1 squared plus 3n, which statement is true? And we have four choices. If you look at choice 1, if n is 3, is f of n negative 2? Choice 2, if n is negative 2, is f of n 3? Choice 3, if n is negative 2, is f of n negative 15? Choice 4 is if n is negative 15, is f of n negative 2? Let's look at each of the choices. We'll start with choice 1. We're going to evaluate f of 3 to see if it's negative 2. So f of 3 is equal to 3 minus 1 squared plus 3 times 3. 3 minus 1 is 2, 2 squared is 4. 4 plus 3 times 3 is 9. 4 plus 9 is 13. Since f of 3 is equal to 13 and not negative 2, choice 1 is not the correct answer. Let's move on to choice 2. Let's evaluate f of negative 2. F of negative 2 is equal to negative 2 minus 1 squared plus 3 times negative 2. Negative 2 minus 1 is negative 3. Negative 3 squared is 9. 9 positive 3 times negative 2 is negative 6. 9 minus 6 is equal to positive 3. And since f of 2 is equal to negative 3, choice 2 is the correct answer to the question. Let's just look at choice 3 and choice 4 just quickly. Choice 3. So we already evaluated f of negative 2, and we found that f of negative 2 is equal to positive 3 and not negative 15, so choice 3 is not the correct answer. And choice 4, let's evaluate f of negative 15 to see if it's negative 2, even though we know it's not going to be. Negative 15 minus 1 squared plus 3 times negative 15. Negative 15 minus 1 is negative 16. Negative 16 squared, 256. 256 positive 3 times negative 15 is negative 45. 256 minus 45 is 211. So since 211 is not negative 2, choice 4 is not the answer to the question. Now we're going to look at another Regent question that relates a function to a table. Let's look at it. This is question number 15 from the June 2014 Algebra 1 Regent. The table below represents the function f. And we have a table, the equation that represents this function is, and we have four choices. We need to find which of these equations is made true with the points of the table, x and f of x. So to do that, we're going to evaluate each of the answer choices by plugging in the points. Let's start with choice 1. Does the point 3, 9 make f of x equal to 3 to the x true? Let's try it. If f of x is 9, is 3 to the 3 9? 3 to the 3 is 27, so 3 to 3 is not 9, and choice 1 is not the correct answer. Let's move on to choice 2. F of x is equal to 3x. Let's plug in the point 3, 9. So 9 is equal to 3 times 3. That's true. 9 is equal to 9. So far it works, but we have to try each of the points. Let's move on to the next one. Is 17 equal to 3 times 4? Since 3 times 4 is 12 and not 17, this point 4, 17 does not make f of x equal to 3x true, and choice 2 is not the correct answer. Let's move on to choice 3. F of x is equal to 2 to the x plus 1. Let's try it. Is 9 equal to 2 to the 3 plus 1? 2 to the 3 is 8. 8 plus 1 is 9, so 9 is equal to 9. Good. Let's try the next point. Is 17 equal to 2 to the 4 plus 1? 2 to the 4 is 16. 16 plus 1 is 17, so far it's good. Let's try the next one. We have the point 6, 65. So is 65 equal to 2 to the 6 plus 1? 2 to the 6 is 64, plus 1 is 65. 65 is equal to 65, and this point makes the equation true. Let's try the next point. 7 comma 129, so is 129 equal to 2 to the 7 plus 1? 2 to the 7 is 128, plus 1 is 129, so this point makes it correct. Next point is, the last point is 8 comma 257. So is 257 equal to 2 to the 8 plus 1? 2 to the 8 is 256, 256 plus 1 is 257. So all of the points in the table make this equation true, and choice 3 is the equation that represents this function. You could try choice 4, we're not going to do it now, but if you would try choice 4, you would find that it does not make the table true. Let's look at one more question related to other functions. We're going to look at a question that relates to functions. This is question number 6 from the August 2014 Algebra 1 Regent. A company purchases X units of a product per month where C of X represents the total cost and R of X represents the total revenue for the month. The functions are modeled by C of X equal to 300X plus 250 and R of X equal to negative 0.5 X squared plus 800X minus 100. The profit is the difference between the revenue and the cost, or P of X equal to R of X minus C of X. What is the total profit P of X for the month? So it's a very long question, but it's a very easy question. All we need to do is figure out what is P of X. And they tell us that P of X is R of X minus C of X. And they give us equations for R of X and C of X, so let's just write it out. R of X, they tell us, is negative 0.5 X squared plus 800X minus 100. And then we have minus C of X, which is, they tell us, 300X plus 250. Now all we have to do is simplify this. So we're going to distribute this minus sign. So P of X is equal to negative 0.5 X squared plus 800X minus 100 minus 300X minus 250. Now let's combine like terms. P of X is equal to negative 0.5 X squared. And then we have like terms of plus 800X minus 300X. That's plus 500X. Minus 100 minus 250 is minus 350. So the answer is choice 2.